So this could be the end of the $100 bill as we know it, because many lawmakers have actually talked about moving away from typical U.S. currency. And right now, currency is in the fire. I want to explain what's going on, what President Trump is doing, and what one lawmaker is now proposing that could completely disrupt the currency in the United States. So I'm going to break all this down in just a moment, explain what is going on and how this could impact you very soon. But all I ask is one thing, takes 2 seconds. Go ahead, hit that like button if you enjoy these daily updates. And now let's begin. So yes, it's crazy to think that the $100 bill may not survive what's about to happen. And here's what you need to know. Right now, President Trump and the Department of Government Efficiency are looking at ways to improve the United States and make it more efficient. One of the things that President Trump has already done, you can see it right here, President Trump orders the U.S. Treasury to stop minting new pennies, citing the rising cost of producing the coin. Now, you need to understand what has gone on over the past several years, and that is inflation. Inflation is causing many people here in the United States and abroad, plus the United States government, to pay more for the same things that we used to be able to afford. Think about this for a second, okay? A penny. This is a roll of 50 pennies. It's 50 cents. This roll right here for 1 penny, it costs 3.7 cents to produce 1 penny. And it's because of the material that's used in it. Think about this for a second. A nickel, which is valued at only 5 cents, actually costs 14 cents to produce. It's because of those things that currently we are seeing many lawmakers are trying to move away from our typical currency. I want to read you what other bills cost as well and other denominations. First off, we got the dime. It only costs 5 cents. A quarter costs to produce 14.7 cents. A $50, it costs 34 cents. $1 and $2 bills cost about 3.2 cents each. A $5 bill costs 5.3 cents. A $10 bill costs 5.5 cents. A $20 bill, it costs 6 cents to produce. A $50 bill costs 5.6 cents. And a $100 bill, it costs the U.S. Treasury, costs 9.4 cents to mint this. Now, why is this turning into a big deal? Well, it's because of inflation. Because of inflation, it costs more money to produce a $100 bill. It also costs more money to produce a $5 bill, a quarter, a nickel, a dime, and a penny. So this is what we are now hearing. It says what to know about the Trump $200 bill proposal. $250 bill proposal, excuse me. Yes, the South Carolina Representative Joe Wilson is proposing legislation to feature President Trump on the $250 bill. Now, let's just forget who they're proposing to be on the $250 bill. Let's talk about why they're talking about a $250 bill. It's because of inflation. The $100 bill does not get you as far anymore. Okay? The $100 bill used to be the one thing that everybody wanted. The $100 bill. Because everybody accepted them. Not only did everybody accept them, but it was something that if you had this, meant you had some money. If you had a $100 bill in your wallet, you had some money. Now, a $100 bill might not even pay for a family's meal at Chick-fil-A. I know if I go to Wingstop, this $100 bill will not be enough. I normally pay about $130 and $140 for a meal for my family. That's at Wingstop. This $100 bill doesn't go as far. So now lawmakers are talking about a $250 bill. I want to read this to you though. It says right here, South Carolina Representative Joe Wilson is proposing legislation to feature President Trump on a $250 bill. Why it matters. It would be a new denomination, and it would require changing the law that prevents a living person from appearing on U.S. currency. Again, the law is the law. It's an old law from over 150 years ago, but it's still a law. The reason why this is bigger than just who would be on the $250 bill is because it's creating a new denomination. That's what experts are saying. That's what lawmakers have been discussing for years. If we continue to see inflation, eventually the $100 bill is going to be something along the lines of like a $50 or a $20 bill because prices continue to balloon. Let's keep reading this. It says Wilson endorsed Trump's economic policies in a post on X that also featured an edited image of Trump's face on a bill. It says, "Grateful to announce that I am drafting legislation to direct the Bureau of Engraving and Printing to design a $250 bill featuring Donald J. Trump." It says Bidenflation has destroyed the economy, forcing American families to carry more cash. Most valuable bill for most valuable president. Okay. Now, keep this in mind. He says it's technically Bidenomics, but he says Bidenflation has destroyed the economy, forcing Americans to carry more, forcing American families to carry more cash. That's exactly what you have to do. Before you could, and again, I tell this to my kids all the time, is if you are somewhere in your stock, they don't accept a credit card or a debit card, or their machines are down. You need to have some form of cash in order to pay for either a hotel room that you can spend the night for just a night, and then you can travel, or to pay for gas in case you run out of gas. I always carry a little bit of money in my wallet just in case I need to fill up my car just to get home, in case my credit card doesn't work, debit card doesn't work, and there's no other way to fill the tank. And so I always tell them this. Here's the problem. If gas prices continue to go up, then a $100 bill may not fill up your tank. Like I said before, in order to feed my family, and this is always my concern, is I go in, we eat somewhere at a nice restaurant, and I pay with a credit card or debit card. For me personally, I love paying with a credit card, but I pay with a credit card and let's say it's denied, right? Declined for whatever reason. Say, okay, no big deal. Pay with a different card. Declined. Pay with a debit card. Declined. It's like, okay, all I have is cash. Well, if I go into a nice restaurant, chances are it's going to be $200 to $300 for my family. And so I need to bring more money. Well, do I need to bring $100? Do I need to bring $200? Or, like they're discussing right here, potentially bringing out a $250 bill. Keep in mind, we've had larger bills than the $100 bill, but we stopped producing them because they were more for banks and transferring money, not for the average person. I want to keep reading this though, just a little bit. It says, can Trump be added to U.S. currency? It says U.S. law forbids any living person to be depicted on currency notes, bonds, and securities. Congress passed a law prohibiting it in 1866 after a portrait of the then living Treasury official Spencer Clark on the 5-cent note caused a public outcry. Says, what bills have Republicans prepared to honor Trump? Says the intrigue. Several congressional Republicans have been vocal about their support for Trump through various proposals, including ones to make his birthday a public holiday, to add his face to Mount Rushmore, and to let him seek a third term in office. Now, are we going to see a third term in office? No. Is his face going to be added to Mount Rushmore? Not anytime soon. And are we going to make his birthday a public holiday? That's probably the most likely one. But here's the thing. What is happening with the bills? Well, President Trump wants to ensure that we are being as efficient as possible. And according to experts, the only way to do that is to eliminate the coins that are currently losing us money. And just to give you an idea, the U.S. Mint reportedly lost, I believe, $85.5 million in the fiscal year of 2024 alone. So by minting currency, they lost money. They lost millions of dollars by minting pennies, by minting nickels. They lost money. So the only currency that is actually making money, right? Dimes are making money. Okay? They cost 5 cents to produce, they're worth 10 cents. A quarter costs 14.7 cents to produce, it's worth 25 cents. A half dollar, it costs 34 cents to produce, it's worth 50 cents. But it's the dollar, the $2 that cost 3.2 cents to produce, but yet they're worth $1 to $2. The $100 bill, that's a big one, right? It's our biggest one currently. It costs 9.4 cents to produce, but it's worth $100. Some are saying, well, if we have a $250 bill, chances are it's going to cost about 10 cents to produce, but it's going to be worth $250 US. So that right there would make that the most efficient bill. So we're going to see what happens, but if this $250 bill does come out and it does get minted, which again, it could take some time, well, experts say that could be the end of the $100 bill. But we'll see what happens moving forward, but that is what we know as of today. So again, thank you guys for watching. Consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys on the next one.